Okay, so starting with your dozen a day, we're doing 3, 4 and 5 on page 6. So skipping, starting on C's, it's in C major, no flats or sharps in the key signature, and we're just missing out a note in between each of these, so that's why it's called skipping a note. Right, concentrate on bending the fingers and joining the notes nice and smoothly. You could transfer this one to a different key, perhaps to F major. So move the hands so you're starting on Fs, and again you follow the pattern of skipping a note in between each one. Okay, back to the next one, back to C again, jumping, really quite percussive, quite harsh on this staccato. Bend your fingers. The more you bend your fingers, the more you can isolate the fingers that you need to use. Sorry, I should have held that last one. Okay, all right. Again, you could transfer this to another key, maybe G major. So I move my hands to start on G, and I'm building up the chord of G major this time. Remember the rests in between each of these chords. Bend the fingers, really hit the keys hard. Get the fingers to really work harder. Splits is slightly different. You're not starting with your left hand a low on the next C down below. You're bringing the thumb to join the right hand here, because they both start on middle Cs, and it's just splitting the notes, moving in opposite directions. Break the octave or you can join it. This would be a good one to maybe do staccato as well. Except the minim, of course. The minim isn't staccato. Okay. Now this one, if you take it to a different key, either F major or G major, a bit more of a challenge, this one. Okay. I'd suggest maybe do it in G major. Now if we start with our thumbs on G, G major has a key signature with an F sharp in it, and we do need to use that to go down and back up again with those 5 notes. Okay, so don't do that because that wouldn't be correct. You need to include the black key. The right hand, on the other hand, doesn't use any black key because there's no F in the music. Remember that it's a G octave that you do at the end, okay? I'm conscious that I'm leaving out D major because for some reason they've missed D major out in grade 1 scales. They bring it in at grade 2, which is different to what it used to be. But it is in your theory, so perhaps we should still include D major. So if we did it in D major, that really would be a challenge, okay? D major has got an F sharp and a C sharp. So check each hand first. So the right hand uses F, so that means you should use F sharp. Okay. The left hand goes down to C, so that means we should use C sharp in the left hand. So you've got both sharps, but one is in the right and one is in the left, just because of where the notes happen to be that you're using, if that makes sense. All right, so it does mean that the sharps don't come at the same time, so it's a little bit more different, but that might be a good one, a good test to do that one. And remember, the D is the octave to finish. Okay, so it's just sort of jumbles it up a little bit, just tests you a little bit further to try these in different keys as well.